It is my pleasure to welcome you. Elders Wisdom Children's Song incorporates the tools of community-oriented education and celebration. Hola, my name is Araya. Elders Wisdom Children's Song is a process that includes oral history, poetry, and songwriting. It was created by Larry Long, a songwriter who grew up here in St. Louis Park.
Buenas tardes. My name is Ansley. While participating in Elders Wisdom Children's Song, we have had the opportunity to learn about three special people. Tonight, we are excited to honor these three members of the PSI community.
Each of the elders came to school and shared their life story with us. They told the stories and answered our questions. They also shared words of wisdom with us. We used the words of wisdom and what we learned about each other to write a song about them. We really stretched our creativity and thinking muscles. After listening to the elders, we analyzed their stories and found themes in what they told us. We used those themes to create the verse of the songs. We used those words of wisdom to create the refrains.
We are able to use our talents in many ways, such as creating melodies, writing and modifying verses, singing and playing instruments. Throughout the process, we work together and listen to each other's perspectives. We work together in our music and talent development classes to make this happen, and now we are excited to share it.
In welcoming our first elder, Sarah Deb Probst. Sarah Leo has been helping students Sarah Probst has been helping students at PSI for over 20 years. She's an enrolled member of the White Preservation and is a member of the Bear Clan. Sarah Probst and her husband have been married for 42 years. They have 2 children and 6 grandchildren. Sarah Probst enjoys reading, gardening, and spending time with her family both here in St. Louis Park and in northern Minnesota. Our next elder is Sarah Leo Johnson. Sarah Leo has been helping students to grow and learn at PSI for 2 years. A Navy veteran, Sarah Leo grew up in Chicago and attended the Word University in Louisiana. He has master's degrees from Hamline University before coming to PSI. He worked as an administrator at a drug treatment program. Sarah Leo has 3 children. He enjoys journaling, watching baseball, and listening to music, especially jazz.
Our third elder is Senior Mitchell/Senior. Senior Sutch and his wife have 3 children who attended PSI in the early years. Senior Sutch is a mechanical engineer who attended the University of Illinois Champaign-Urbana. He uses his engineering degree to develop and build technology. In his spare time, he enjoys woodworking, reading, walking, coaching baseball, cooking, and gardening.
At this time, I would like to invite Senor Todd Gagle to the stage. He's an assistant principal at our high school, and he is going to do a smudging. And the burning of sage sweetgrass is called smudging. This is traditionally used to prepare and purify a person, place, or thing for a time of openness and truth. The ceremony helps to release negative energy and replace it with a positive energy so that we are open to sharing, learning, and laughing together. I invite you to think about the connections to the body as we have this smudging. A connection to the mouth. Anything that we say would be positive and helpful to others who hear us. Connections to our ears, so that we would hear and listen and be positive and help us learn from what we hear. A connection to our eyes is that what we see is positive and what we can see, that we can see positivity in others. To our minds, what we think, how we react will be positive, not to be clouded by anger or greed, but only with the well-being of others in mind. A connection to our hearts, that our hearts will feel our pain and our joy, and also be able to heal and use that to help others. And finally, that we may use our bodies in a positive way and take care of our physical selves. Thank you, Señor Motley.
Senora Guzman's class can now come to the stage to honor Senora Probst. Thank you for coming into our classroom to share your life story. We would like to give you these flowers to show our gratitude.
My name is Deb Probst. I was born on April 18th, 1960. I am Native American. I am a graduate of St. Louis Park High School, and I have lived in St. Louis Park all of my life. My friends describe me as a caring, good listener who loves her family.
The White Earth Reservation is near Itasca State Park. I go up there to visit my family often. We have a lake place up there. My great-grandfather was the chairman of the Chippewa tribe in 1960. He met with legislatures in St. Paul to work on the rules and laws that pertain to the tribes. I enjoy going to powwows. Powwows are a time for celebration. Powwows include a competition and a lot of food. There are dance competitions. Many people wear their regalia to powwows. A person's regalia is sacred clothing that was made especially for them. The regalia includes a lot of special beadwork. My sister is teaching me how to do beadwork. My mom was the center of our extended family. She was a social worker for Native women in Minneapolis. She made sure that they had food and housing and transportation if they needed it.
My husband and I have a son and daughter. They live nearby and we get together every weekend. I like to bake and celebrate holidays, especially Christmas with my grandchildren. We spend a lot of time at the lake where we love to be by the water. Veterans are very important to me. My son served in the military and he was wounded when an explosive device exploded in his truck. My son now has a service dog that is part of our family.
I am responsible for many tasks at PSI. I facilitate a lot of restorative circles to help students and staff solve problems. Another part of my job is to make sure that students are doing their jobs and that everyone stays safe. I also keep track of attendance and I have a bus duty. It is a myth that students only come to my room because they are in trouble.
When I was in high school, I was on the swimming and basketball teams. Now I sell tickets to the high school sporting events. My favorite sport to watch is football, and I'd much rather watch kids play football than watch professional sports teams.
Words of wisdom. If I had a magic wand, I'd shake it and fix everything in the world. But I can't do that. So at some point, we have to let things go and just move on. It is what it is, and we'll all move on and be better from it.
Sir Franco's class may now come to the stage to honor Sir Leo. Sir Leo, thank you for coming into our classroom to share your life story. We would like to give you these flowers to show our gratitude. My name is Leo Johnson. I was born on June 26, 1957 in Chicago. I'm the youngest of 10 children. My friends describe me as warm-hearted, stubborn, and kind. They would say my bark is bigger than my bite.
I grew up in poverty and lived in a low-income housing project. There were gangs in the neighborhoods to the north, south, east, and west of mine. I had to learn different gang symbols in order to travel safely through those areas. Those were the scariest years of my life.
Sometimes I had to fight just to get through the day in school because I was smart. Being smart made you a target in these tough neighborhoods. One of my neighbors was killed by gang members when he was 19. This was just after my mom had found him a job and he was trying to turn his life around. Times were tough for my parents. I have 9 older brothers and sisters. My mother had to raise us alone because my father died when I was only 3 years old. We were raised in an African American church, and it was a social center for us. One of the traditions of our family is to fill the room with the spirit of a person that you admire when you find yourselves in a difficult situation.
I fill this room with the spirit of Anne Sullivan, but I also fill it with the spirit of my mom, who taught me that self-sacrifice is worthwhile. One thing that helped me get out of my trauma-based environment was to think about how to make my life out of one of service. I'm inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "What are you doing to help others?"
Chicago neighborhoods are segregated. For 4 years in high school, I traveled in a white area of the city to attend classes at the University of Chicago Lab School. That was the first time I was around white people. After high school, I decided that I needed to leave Chicago to have different experiences. I studied at a historically black university in Louisiana.
About 25 years ago, I moved to Minnesota to help one of my sisters. I thought it was great that people of different races lived together. Helped me realize that deep inside we're all human. I believe we are connected to each other people. Every decision you make affects somebody else. You can be the light in someone else's day.
Working at PSI has been one of my favorite experiences in my whole life because I get a chance to see the students grow and see them know. I see the impact that teachers have and I see how students learn. My favorite things to do as a teacher substitute is to give them the students' brain breaks.
Ask yourself, what do I know today that I did not know yesterday? Always learn something new. Know this, although you grow up in a trauma-based background, you can come out of it and reinvent yourself as a different person. Remember what Anne Sullivan taught Helen Keller. The world is filled with different problems and suffering, but it is also filled with the overcoming of them.
Geraldo's class. Senor Geraldo's class may now come to the stage to honor Senor Sludge. Senor Sludge, thank you for coming into our classroom to share your life story. We would like to give you these flowers to show our gratitude.
My name is Mitchell Smudging. I was born on August 22nd, 1956 in Chicago. After graduating the near top of my high school class, I attended the University of Illinois. My family and I lived in St. Louis Park for many years. My friends describe me as thinking, personal, and a little bit over there. They will also say that I'm smart and that I like humanity.
My first job was a paper boy. I used to deliver the papers on my bike when I was about 10 years old. The plant manager name was Maurice Woodsdale. He encouraged me to think about focusing on math and science. I like math and I like to build things, so I decided to become an engineer.
I'm the oldest of 5 siblings. My mom used to help me with my algebra homework. When she wasn't sure how to help me, she taught me that I should stick with it and I would figure it out. She is one of the reasons why I believe in encouraging others.
I have always enjoyed sports. My favorite thing I did as a kid was play sports in the street. We played football, basketball, and hockey. Now I love to coach baseball. I love all sports, especially the Olympics. If I were to describe myself, I would say sports, education, and the love of people.
No matter what language you speak, we all as humans hear music. Music has the power to move you as well as tell a story. I love all types of music, classical, rock and roll, rhythm, and blues. I love jazz and rock music, even really hard rock music. I play the guitar and piano. Music is universal.
I did not experience segregation in the pure sense of the word, but I did have some negative experiences related to race. When I was in high school, I applied for a job and I was told the job was available. When I went to interview in person for the job, I was told it had been filled. When I got home and called again, I was told the job was still open. Something similar happened again in college.
I love science and math. I'm awestruck by the stars, the planets, and the galaxy. What's really interesting is that every molecule was actually made in a star when the star blew up. To me, that's astounding. Math and science are the foundation of everything.
Anyone who is successful has failed at something. The most important thing is they never gave up, but kept on going. A person once told me, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. That's really simple, but so important.
Words of wisdom. Number 1, there's no such thing as failure. Next, don't be quick to judge people because you don't have any idea what situation they're in. The most important thing is to keep learning. There's nothing more valuable than knowledge.
This celebration is the culmination of a project that talks about history, songwriting, collaboration, and so much more. Senor Probst, Senor Leo, and Senor Sledge, we are so grateful to all of you for your willingness to share your stories with us. We learned a lot from you.
Hopefully we will heed your words of wisdom as we grow up. You taught us to let things go and remember that every problem can be fixed. You also taught us that winners never quit and quitters never win.
Finally, you taught us that we should always find ways to help others. We have some gifts for you, and we have made a book for each of you. The words in the books are the lyrics of your songs.
As the kids said, Senor Probst, Senor Leo, Senor Sledge, we want to thank you so much from the bottom of our heart for sharing your stories with us and allowing us to really dig into your stories. They had a fabulous time really getting to know you and then taking what you told us and writing these songs. And anyone who's been walking the halls of PSI recently have heard the songs. Sometimes as they walk down the hall, they're singing songs, and I've heard that they've been singing them at home, so that's fabulous. So we really want to thank you. If you would like, you are welcome to say a few words at this time, if you're interested in doing so. Or you can pass. It's okay, you don't have to. But if you'd like to, you sure can. You can probably use that microphone, should be hot. They'll turn it on for us. There you go.
I just want to thank you all for coming tonight and being part of this. It's been a real honor.
Good evening, everyone. I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate the children doing such a fantastic job. That is, everything you said is quite true as well. I want to just keep you all I want to help you all to understand is that really, it's really about you. You are our future, and I look forward to the future.
I would like to first give honor to God and thank Him for giving us such a group of amazing and wonderful children. It's been an honor to work with your children and to see a lot of you in them. So thank you very much. I'm deeply grateful to you.
As you can imagine, this presentation tonight was put together by a lot of hands. I want to thank my colleague, Senor David Davis, who's our new music teacher. All right, they love him, see? He and I embarked on this journey, not knowing exactly how we were going to get to tonight. It was a great adventure, and I really enjoyed working with you, David. So, Senor Josh Larson was on guitar tonight. He works at school. Our amateur intern, Señorita Elena Cuesta. We only discovered last week that she's a director, and we were thrilled to discover that. And then Señorita Casey Meher is, I don't think she's here tonight, but she covered Señor Davis's classes so we could work together and have the fourth graders with both of us at the same time in the last month, once a week. So that was a huge help too. I want to thank Señor Giraldo, Señor Guzman, and Señor Franco, our fourth grade teachers, who were quite flexible in letting us post students at different times so they could rehearse and do extra practice. And Señor Giraldo and Señor Guzman are here tonight helping, so thank you. And so this space, right, is beautiful. Those of you who are here for the first time can see that. And we actually did the drama club show here too, and decided we have to come back in here and perform for Elders Wisdom. So I want to thank Lil Zumberg, who's a teacher here at the middle school. She's the theater director, and she has been very helpful in getting the space set up for us, and also connecting us with 3 of the middle schoolers who have been running the sound and lights tonight. So let's give them a hand. All right, all 3 of you are great. Thank you again for being here. And also thank you to Senator Maslowski, who helped with some scheduling and making our... As always, thank you to Superintendent Osai for his support. As you heard at the beginning, this Elders Wisdom Children's Song is a program that was created by Larry Long, who's a songwriter from St. Louis Park. He's been doing this for a couple decades. He unfortunately was not able to come tonight, but we're very glad to be able to follow the model that he created. We can give him a round of applause. There's a few more people on my list. Dr. Patrick Duffy, who is the curriculum director for our district, he knows Larry and got this program going in St. Louis Park, so I'm going to give him also thank you. Senora Julia McBride-Bibby, who works with Dr. Duffy, has been the organizer behind these events. All 4 schools will be doing this project. The other 3 schools will be performing in May. So she's been critical actually in helping with that. So thank you. And in September, the 4 talent development teachers in grades 3 through 5 started learning about this program. And the Reverend Anthony Galloway, who is here tonight, he's over there. He has worked with Larry Long for many years, and he was helpful in training us and working as a consultant as we worked through this process. So thank you. And if I have forgotten you, I'm sorry. Do know that I appreciate any and all of you who helped to put this together. One final thank you to Senor Probst, Senor Leo, and Senor Sledge. Thank you for being our first honored guests. We appreciate you coming in and being vulnerable and letting us tell your story in a public space. So, thank you.
We'd like to give a shout out to Sanira Weaver for all of her hard work. And Senora Weaver's been working with our 3rd through 5th grade students in our new talent development program this year. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Senora Ponce Corey, who I know is here tonight, working with our 3rd through 5th students in My friends, my heart is full. I heard a lot of connections, saw a lot of connections to our district strategic plan tonight. And if tonight energized and enhanced your spirit, would you give us a round of applause? Thank you to the brilliance of our students. Thank you to the wisdom of our elders. Thank you to our community for always supporting us. What continues to build community is each and every single person here. And so this is one of the first large group events that we've done in the last 2 years. We opted to not have cake and cookies and things out in the foyer tonight. But in lieu of that, how we continue to build community is by connecting with one another. So before you leave tonight, please, all of you have homework. Please take a moment and greet each other. Introduce yourself to 3 people that you don't know. Homework, challenge accepted. Have a wonderful night. Gracias a todos. Adiós.